Hello. Welcome to my channel. In this lecture we'll go over difference between multi-resolution modifier and subdivision modifier. The multi-resolution modifier gives you the ability to subdivide a mesh similarly to the subdivision surface modifier. But the most important difference between the multi-resolution and the subdivision surface modifier is that multi-resolution modifier also allows you to edit the new subdivision levels in Sculpt mode. You cannot do that with the subdivision surface modifier. Let's press Shift A and add a monkey head. Then, add subdivision surface modifier. Let's add some extra viewport levels and enter 5 number of subdivisions to perform. Now, let's go to the sculpting mode and try to sculpt our mesh. As you have noticed that nothing happened. It is because we didn't apply the subdivision modifier before sculpting. Let's apply the modifier and try again. Here we go. We can sculpt our mesh now. But if we had added the multi-resolution modifier instead of the subdivision surface modifier, we would not have to apply the multi-resolution modifier before sculpting. Let's go back to layout mode and delete our mesh. Press Shift A and add new monkey head. Go to modifier menu and add multi-resolution modifier. Let's click on subdivide 5 times and add some extra levels. Go to sculpting mode and try to sculpt. There we go. When using the Sculpt tool, you will sometimes want to add more detail than your mesh has vertices. Multi-resolution modifier allows you to sculpt with more vertices than the base mesh has. This is useful because you sculpt at a higher resolution without increasing the actual number of vertices the mesh has. Another advantage of the multi-resolution modifier is the normal map baking. This is useful because you could sculpt at a higher resolution and apply it to the mesh as a normal map without increasing the actual number of vertices the mesh has. Let's add new monkey head. Press right click and make shade smooth. Then, add multi-resolution modifier. Let's subdivide 5 times. Then, go to Sculpt mode and add some details. Let's go back to layout mode. Set the level viewport to 0. It means we set the level viewport to base mesh. Let's go to shading menu and add new material to our mesh. Press Shift A and add image texture. Press New button and name it as Normal Map. Set the resolution 4096 pixel. Press OK and select the non-color. Let's change editor type into UV editor. Select the normal map. Then, let's go to the Render Properties menu and select the Cycles Render Engine. Go down the Bake menu and enable the Bake from Multiresolution option. Then, press Bake button and wait for a while. There we go. We have got our normal map. Now, let's apply our normal map to our mesh. To do this, press Shift and add normal map vector. Connect the nodes correctly. Here we go. We have added normal map to our mesh without increasing the actual number of vertices the mesh has. As a result, if you're not using sculpting, subdivision surface and multi-resolution modifiers are similar to each other. In this case, it would be better to use subdivision surface modifier. It is because the subdivision surface modifier has more simple interface and easy to use. But if you are sculpting, and want to keep the mesh low poly and need more detail in the sculpt, use multi-resolution and then bake out the normal map. Thanks for watching. See you in the next tutorial.